asked me in an event that you are visible in a lot of events and stuff, and you know a lot of people and stuff. So, are you an influencer in a way? And I thought about that, and I'm looking at these pages here, and I'm thinking, am I an influencer? What is an influencer? So, influencer is a person who is basically affecting or impacting the decision making of a brand or a person or a social media handle or a page or a product or even an initiative or something of that sort, and we know that in branding and advertising and PR and stuff, all of this is happening and it's paid. But there is this trend about influencers where people are kind of called in to give you reviews. So, like I said, somebody asked me this, and I said, no, I'm not an influencer because there's nothing wrong with the concept and stuff. But the point is, many a times it does kind of. It is actually misusing your own personality or your position to kind of manipulate the way certain people think about a brand or about technology or about a company or about a personality or about a video or about a movie or whatever. Basically, in product development, this is happening a lot. But the downside is that people don't know much about the brand. So once they become an influencer and the product gets into a bad spot, or maybe a product is kind of adulterated, or maybe the product is not at par as what the person is influencing it all about, then it puts the person's position also at stake, and it's a bad idea to be a influencer. But if you're going to be influencing, or you're going to be speaking up for a brand which is well known, or it's established, or it's let's say from some known people, or a house of Tata, or let's say it's a Marks and Spencer, let's say it's a DLF, let's say it's a Vogue, let's say it's a Cosmopolitan, let's say it's a Reebok. So if you're speaking for that, then it makes sense, because becoming an influencer is so very easy. It's not difficult. And there was this read which I had before me yesterday, and I kind of got thinking out loud about it. And they have a similar point of view, which say that the influencers, celebrities, bloggers, micro influencers, domain experts, and thought leaders are often required or asked to post positive reviews about their brands and people. However, the best advice and recommendation is that before you really influence them by your paid reviews or your free reviews, try the product. And if you do not know what the product is all about, you're sharing it, people are going to be disappointed, and then they're going to be venting their anger online and offline, and then nothing kind of stops from your image being targeted and being at stake. So the option is not always sustainable. It may be in fashion, because fake reviews can ensure at best as the customers will buy the product. And I think the customer will buy a product once or maybe twice, and if it's not of great value and not of a great finish, or not of a great quality, then the product is going to get beaten up, and the reputation of that person and the brand goes for a stake. So be very careful when you participate or try and be an influencer. And in advertising and branding, we've done a lot of work for some very big brands like Reebok, and we had MTNL, we had Apparel Promotion Council, we had in retail, we had DLF, we had lifestyle, we had a full food court, we had celebrities, we had Honey Singh, we had this Reliance Supermart, Aditya Birla Moore and stuff. So when we were asked to write about them, or when we were asked to do a thought share about them on radio or on TV, or even on forums and stuff, it became important and relevant to kind of get that experience first, spend some time in that particular brand outlet, get to understand the brand, get to understand their clothing, get to understand their fashion, get to understand their branding. I mean, I remember doing all of that. That's how I learned a lot about retail, and I learned about product development and stuff, because I was also involved in launching the biggest store of DLF Avenue in India, and they had a multi-branded store. So it was very beautiful and stuff. And now we have a lot of international brands and Indian brands in India doing that. So the point is, it's easy to be an influencer, but what's very important is that choose the product very carefully, and have confidence in the product you're standing up for, and the image of that product, because the dilution, or let's say if that particular brand or personality is at stake, then your whole reputation also is at stake, you know. So think of it, there has to be some ethic and integrity, which many people can still follow and imbibe. And in this world of becoming an influencer very easily, what's advisable and what's really expected is that you know what you're speaking for, and you know what it is that you're endorsing and stuff. And if it's a great brand, it's got great quality and stuff, then you're sorted. But if it's not, then bigger than the brand is your reputation. So take care of that. I thought I'm going to share some thoughts on this, so have fun and enjoy. And I'm Jashin Kapani. I'm the founder of I'm Decor and Design. We are a design and maybe a startup is something which people want to think of us as, but we're a bunch of pretty upbeat and positive set of people. I'm the founder and the CEO, so we're into designing and manufacturing of home and office decor. I'm the brainwave behind this, and I've got people working with me and for me and stuff. So you can be assured of quality and good service and stuff. And we have different processes of showing you the samples. Say, for example, if you want probably a coaster or like a tray, or you want a lamp or something, then the sample can be shown to you if it's in stock. It can be made for you and stuff, and then that's how we proceed and stuff. So this is a very transparent way of working and stuff. And packaging and logistics is at par. So wherever the service goes, the product goes. So that's what it is. And like other established brands and designers, we prefer quality, but then for certain products, we also don't mind doing one or two products and stuff. So that's that. So take care. In the world of being influencer, being an influencer, stick to your quality and service. Stick to your vision, stick to your ethics, stick for your vision. And rather than getting influenced by what is going wrong and how other brands are going wrong and how things are changing, it's always better to look at people who've done more and are still doing more. There's so many designers, there's so many interior people, there's so many architects, there's so many personalities. So follow all of them and stand for something which is integrity and excellence. So that's the message I can leave you on a Sunday. So take care and have a blast, and cheers to you, and thanks for your messages and emails and stuff. I'm doing good, I'm doing great, and I'm hoping to catch up with you as promised tomorrow in the coming days and stuff. So that's that. So take care. Adios amigos, enjoy yourself, and thanks again for your prayers, and looking forward to all your messages and emails and stuff, and for positive interactions whenever we catch up. Yeah, take care. Bye bye.